Hello all, Shane Jasperson here, Grantham University, student ID G00129-253, and welcome to my ET450 final capstone project presentation. I've been working on this for several months, and so I'm excited to finally show you guys and demonstrate what I've done today. So a little background on my project. I'm in Katy, Texas, and we are just west of Houston. Last year we were devastated by Hurricane Harvey, and there was one event in particular that took place in the aftermath of this hurricane, which I got an idea and drew some inspiration for an idea for my final project. So what happened is a young man had a sister, and she lived in an area that was inundated with floodwaters because of Hurricane Harvey. Her neighborhood was under about 4 feet of water, and he went in with a boat and was able to get her out. He was able to get her out okay, and they were relocated, but he went back the next day to get her cat and salvage some other belongings, whatever they could. So him and his friend had a rowboat, a paddle boat, and they paddled up to her house. He goes to step out of the boat, and he grabs onto a light pole to steady himself as he's getting out. Well, that light pole was still energized from utility power, and as soon as he touched the case, it electrocuted him, and he died right there on the spot from electrocution. So after I read this article, I thought there's got to be a product on the market that can detect floodwaters and be able to shut down whether it be utility power or any circuit that you decide to connect to it to avoid those electrocution hazards. So I took to the internet and I searched around. I found products that were similar. Some would detect water leaks. There was even one that would actuate a ball valve, simulating shutting down whatever the water source was, but nothing specifically for floodwaters. So my design took that into account, and that's what I've come up with. So let me tell you about my design in particular. I'm using a microcontroller. And this microcontroller takes one input, which is the flood sensor, and it will toggle several outputs. Those are a circuit to de-energize whatever power source that you want to shut down. It will also sound an audible alarm. It will light up a visual alarm like a strobe light, and then it also sends a text message to a cell phone. So to get the text message to work, I used a GSM module. That's a global satellite module, and it interfaces with the microcontroller using the appropriate libraries, and that's how it's able to send the text message out. To access the cellular network, I used an AT&T prepaid SIM card, and that SIM card mounts right onto the back of that GSM module, and those are all housed in my junction box that I have right here. So let me show you what I've got set up for the demonstration of my project today. Now I'm a certified and qualified electrician, so I have done all this with safety in mind. I've got my solid state relay, and that relay is connected to the circuit that we want to de-energize today. I am showing through, for demonstration purposes, I'm using this plug tester here to show the circuit that we're connected to, whether it's energized or de-energized. I've also got my audible and visual alarm built into this junction box, and then this junction box here is where the microcontroller and the GSM module are housed. This is the brain of the design, if you will. And then I've got my cell phone sitting here so we can see when that text message comes through. And then to simulate floodwaters, I'm going to just take the sensor, 2-wire sensor, and dip it straight into this cup of water. So right now we are under a no flood condition, so we've got our green LED lit up, and that's showing that the design, the program is functioning properly, and we've got our circuit energized. So let's see what happens when we toggle or drive our input high. So red LED lights, we immediately lost power, and you can hear our audible alarm, and then the visual alarm, the strobe is going off, and then that text message just popped up on my phone saying that a flood condition is present. So I'm going to remove that flood condition, And you can see immediately power has been restored and our green LED is back on, showing that that the system is working properly and no flood condition is present. Now, I'd like to demonstrate this one more time because I've built a battery backup circuit just in case the microcontroller were to ever lose power. This would ensure that regardless of this having AC mains voltage power or not, that the battery backup circuit is still going to power this to function the way it was designed to function. So right here is where our microcontroller is plugged in. So when we pull this, we should expect to see that green LED stay lit up. And there it is. So now it's running on that battery backup circuit. Let me drop that plug out of the way. And then let's drive this input high one more time. And let's zoom in here so we can see the text message pop up on my phone there. So here we go, flooded condition. We lose power. There's the text message. We can actually click into that to see exactly what it says. Warning, possible flooded condition present, immediate action required. Now we remove that input. So now no flooded condition and the system is back to normal. So that is my project. That's my final design. Thank you so much for watching.